Hello! It's Rami, and today, welcome to my room with my unmade bed. It is the morning time. I just woke up not that long ago, and we have to get this video going because it is T-minus 4 days until my book club meets. And because we haven't met for a couple months, we have 2 books that need to be finished by the next meeting. So I have 2 books that I need to finish literally ASAP. We gotta do some reading, okay? They're books that I really want to read, and I also really don't want to miss out on discussing them at book club because it is literally so much fun. This first book I did actually start on my Kindle the other night. I have made it a whole whopping 21 pages into the book, which thankfully this is not a big book. I need to get started on this one. This is actually an ARC copy of Once Upon a Broken Heart that I actually found in a free little library, which is crazy. So I don't know like if this is any different than the story that is now published. I don't think it will be. I'm really excited to get going on this. I've had this book for a while. My best friend also lent me her Audible, so she gave it to me in audiobook as well so that I can be consuming this book at rapid pace right now because this book is 402 pages, at least this version. See that? We made it to chapter 7. I don't have a bookmark yet, but this is so good. Like, what? Why have I literally waited this long to read this book? I don't know, but it's going really well. I'm really excited. I love when there are fairy tale stories that are not like all sunshine and rainbows. I love when there's like gritty, ugly, like perfectly imperfect, like beautiful but dangerous, like those kinds of juxtapositions in fantasy I love. I like eat them up. So this is going very well so far. I feel like that was pretty good. We got 48 pages in, so I feel like that's a pretty good start. So, I am spending a little bit of time outside reading. I apologize if the wind is a little bit loud. I got to chapter 27, page 176. So I feel like I'm doing pretty good. The only reason why I didn't pick it up yesterday was because I got so deep into the selection. I'm listening to that series on audio right now and it's actually going so good. So I did lose a whole day to that, but that's okay because we're gonna sit outside and read right now. We are gonna sit out here for a little bit and read our book. I'm super excited because we had the first kiss happen and all of the repercussions and the fallout from that has really started to happen and unfold, and the main character does not like how it's going, and so I'm really curious to see if she's able to kind of redirect, I guess, or like readjust. Ew, I just looked up and there is a spider crawling up the side of my house. Please do not find anywhere to go in. Please, like literally, please. And I'm so scared that it's gonna like shoot off a web and like come at me. Okay, I might call the husband because this is gross. Hold on. Oh my gosh. It was a bee. It was a bee. I thought it was a spider, but it was a bee. It's fine. Do you see it?
Yep.
Is it big?
Yeah. Darn.
You are literally my hero. So I'm reading the book and I'm also listening to the audiobook at the same time because sometimes that helps me just like really focus in and read faster. And it's interesting because this is the advanced reader's copy and I am getting some lines in here that like in the book don't match up with the audiobook, which is really interesting because you can kind of get a sense of what the author and her editors kind of felt like was either like a little bit too much or like fluff or unnecessary, which is really interesting to see. So yeah, like this part at the end of chapter 28 leading into chapter 29 where Jax and Evangeline are arguing, you can see parts that were like pared down or changed from this book to the audiobook, which is really interesting. So that's an experience that I didn't expect, but I'm enjoying it. I'm liking kind of seeing the little added stuff in here that wouldn't have been read otherwise. So that's kind of fun. We are officially in the home stretch of books, okay? This morning I was reading Before the Coffee Gets Cold and I got to page 134 before I stopped and actually like got ready for the day. So I think we're right around the halfway mark with this one. You know, I was really looking forward to this book and it's not that it's bad, it's just not so intriguing either. Like it's just kind of like, okay, yeah, like we're just going about it. And this whole thing is about a coffee shop that has the ability to send a person back in time, and as long as they come back before their coffee gets cold, then there's like no ramifications or whatever. That concept was so interesting to me and I had put off reading it for so long. I think I might have like built it up a little bit in my head, and now that we're reading it for book club, I'm reading it and I'm like, yeah, like I'm enjoying the stories, but it's just not as compelling, I guess, as I thought it would be. We're gonna set this down for right now and we're gonna pick back up Once Upon a Broken Heart. We did make it to page 312. I literally did not read anything yesterday. Well, one, I was busy, but two, dude, the selection has me in a chokehold right now. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why, but I literally read the entire book 2 of selection yesterday. That kind of had me in a chokehold, so I didn't wind up reading at all, which is like bad because book club is today. It's at 6. It is currently 12:25, so we have, you know, I think we're gonna be fine. I think we're gonna be okay because we are almost done. I literally had to put the book down the other night. I was reading in bed. It was like midnight and I had just finished chapter 42. It is when, obviously I can't say anything, but like some stuff goes down between Evangeline and Jax and some other prominent characters where you're like, what? Like, I was not expecting that at all. This book has been throwing me for all kinds of loops in the best way. So I was just, this whole thing was so unexpected. And then at the very end of chapter 42, like something literally happens, the very last line of chapter 42, and I was like, oh, what? But I knew that if I kept reading, I would probably have finished the book that night. And I just couldn't do that because it was already 12 o'clock at night. So we have, I think, just about 100 pages. I think I might go and sit outside. I know that was like a whole debacle last time, but the air quality has finally gone back up to good air quality. And so I want to spend every minute I can outside. Okay, hold on. So I just hit the acknowledgements in the ARC, but the audiobook has another chapter. What? That's crazy. See, I felt like this was a good ending, but let me listen. Let me listen. Okay. It was like 30 seconds worth of a chapter. So no, really wasn't that much, but it did add a little bit to the very end. Wait, that is so fun. That is so fun about reading the ARC versus actually like reading the fully published book. That is so fun. There were so many lines in here that had been modified or adjusted just a little bit, which was like super fun to see. But then also the fact that there was a whole chapter, like a very small chapter added to the end of the book is really cool. Officially finished Once Upon a Broken Heart. It was so good. I cannot believe I waited this long to read this book. I need to like take a minute because my brain, I have spent the last 2 hours just sitting and reading and literally doing nothing else. So like my brain's a little bit like, oh, and my eyes are a little bit like, so we just need a minute. That was such a good book for book club. Now I'm like so excited to talk to everyone about it and see what they think. I am currently on my way to book club and I'm so excited. I packed up the car, I'm ready to go. I did finish Once Upon a Broken Heart, but I did not finish Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I tried so hard, but that book to me is just one that needs to be savored. It needs to be like not rushed. So oh my gosh. I spent time reading it today and I just like, I feel like I made pretty good progress. I think I made it to page like 140 something. So I read a little over 50 pages of it today, which I feel like is a really good amount. I still plan on finishing it. I will probably finish it in a couple days. I'm gonna hopefully be there around a half an hour early because I have to get the charcuterie board together and I want to get that all set up before the girlies get here. I am
parked at a stoplight and there are so many people around and I feel really awkward right now because someone just like pulled up right next to me. I don't usually vlog in the car while I'm driving, but I figured this was a good time to talk because when I get to where we're having book club, I'm gonna be like go, 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 getting the charcuterie set up, chopping everything, laying everything out, so I am not really gonna have time to like debrief with you guys. I'm like so excited. I've been waiting to talk to these girls about it because, dude, Once Upon a Broken Heart was intense, especially like, okay, I say like especially towards the end, but genuinely it was intense through the entire thing, through the literal entire book. It was just like go, go. That was maybe one of the most fast-paced books I have read in a very long time, like very long time. They're gonna ask me what my rating is and I'm not gonna know what to tell them. Anyway, I'm pulling up to the place and I'm gonna go because I gotta hit the ground running and get all the stuff set up because the girls are gonna be here in like 30 minutes and they're usually pretty good about being on time, so I want to make sure that food is there for them, ready to go.
Page 17. I hate it. No! Page 25. Why is it so repetitive?
It's so repetitive. It is. I'm reading before the coffee gets cold and I was like, I actually thought that I had accidentally like reset my Kindle pages or something because I genuinely thought I read the same page. But it was not. It was like 20 pages of
Yeah, I gave it a 2.25. I was not a fan. We're planning a trip. Share remote control.
Oh yeah.
Are they?
Crunchy.
Crunchy. Not crunchy, crunchy.
So I think that my final rating for Once Upon a Broken Heart is gonna be a 4.5 out of 5. It was so much fun to get to talk to the girls about it because we all kind of had a little bit of a different opinion and some of us liked it more than others, and I think that's just super interesting, and that's like one of my favorite parts of book club is the discussion and just like getting into it. It's so much fun. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5. This was so fun to film. Normally I'm a lot better and I don't wait until the last minute, but I had so many other books that I was reading. I think I might have overestimated the amount of time that I had left. So it was really fun to take you guys along, like just trying to get through these book club books so that we could discuss at book club, and also found a really, really good series that I'm excited to continue. Let me know if you've read either one of these books and your opinion. I'd be curious to know in the comments. Thank you so much for coming along this like fun and exciting reading vlog, just trying to get through these books for book club, and it was really fun to take you guys along with me. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Happy reading. Bye.